I'm outside.
How old are you there?
3. There's a snake.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I want to chase him.
Mm-hmm.
I chase him up a little hill.
Yes. Yes, continue. What happens next?
He gets away from me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see him anymore.
Yes. Continue. What happens next?
My mom calls me in.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't see him again, I bet.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel, not being able to see the snake again?
That's all right.
Mm-hmm. Does the snake say anything to you before you go with your mom?
He laughs.
Mm-hmm. Is this a game that you play with the snake?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue. What happens next?
I'm thinking about that kitten that I was supposed to stay with.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
5.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about the kitten.
Muffin. He's the color of rust, the stripes. He's my kitten.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has to go in. She says, stay with the kitten. Okay. I love this kitten.
Mm-hmm.
His sharp little claws. Mrs. Mink. She says, Susie, I got some cookies right out of the oven. Have some.
Mm-hmm.
Come in. Yeah. We'll run over there. Run up in the... She lives in a trailer. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Who is this woman?
She's a neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating cookies. I got some milk. This is nice.
Yes.
And my mom comes up and she says, get out here. Look what you did. So I go out and she takes me out on the road. Muffin's dead. I did it. I was supposed to stay with him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Muffin. I'm sorry.
So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you will give Muffin your voice. 1, 2, and 3. Switch. Muffin, what happened to you?
I was just playing. I walked out and something big came by.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Did you feel anything, Muffin?
No,
No.
it just squashed me.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm okay.
So little Susie is upset. She thinks that she did this to you. Talk to Susie.
It's okay. You loved me. And you played with me. And something big happened. But it wasn't you.
Yes.
And I'm okay. Are you okay?
Switch. Susie, can you see that it wasn't your fault?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Just like you were playing with and went to have fun with the milk and cookies, Muffin was also playing too.
Yeah.
And he didn't feel anything.
Muffin's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay.
Yes. So find all of that guilt that's inside of you. Where do you hold all of this guilt?
In my chest.
Mm-hmm. Can you forgive yourself for thinking that you were the one that caused the death of this little kitten?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So tell me what that looks like, that guilt inside of you.
It's black and purple.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to put my hand over your chest, and I want you to give me all of that black and purple guilt. Here we go. We're taking all of that guilt. Taking it away. That's it. And it's gone.
Oh, it's better.
Yes. And now what would you like to put in that space instead of all of that black guilt?
Just light pink.
Mm-hmm. Very good. I'm going to strike a tuning fork, and I want you to bring that light pink light in there. And just breathe it in. That's it. Very good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Very good. And now that you've filled your heart with that pink, allow yourself to be released from those memories. Now knowing that Muffin is okay. Muffin was fine. And you enjoyed the cookies and milk as much as Muffin enjoyed his play and discovery. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3 now. When I get to number 3, you will go to the next place in which your soul needs to heal. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
My shoulders and my neck.
Mm-hmm. What's happening there?
Tight.
Mm-hmm. So focus on that tightness. What does this tightness remind you of? It feels like what?
It feels like when I get nervous or upset, I'm afraid I'm not going to do something well.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Continue.
It happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When it's not even supposed to. It's just there a lot.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll intensify that feeling and tell me where you are when this is happening. 1, making your shoulders and neck feel tighter and tighter. 2, it's almost like what? What is that? And 3, where are you?
I'm trying to get away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get away.
Where are you when you're trying to get away? Yes.
Spider.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this thing's as big as a house.
Yes. How old are you there?
Oh, it could have been yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's really recent.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
Lord.
Tell me about this spider. Just slow it down.
Oh,
How big is this spider?
his mouth is bigger than my head.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, I've never been so scared in my life.
Yes. Yes. Allow yourself to live through this. I'm here with you.
Oh, he's got to let me go.
Yes.
He's-
Where's he holding you?
He's holding my arms. My arms are down to my side. I can't get away from it.
Yes. Yes. What happens next?
Oh, God.
Yes.
It's like a dream, but it's not a dream.
Mm-hmm. I don't want you to analyze it. I want you to just tell me what's happening.
I'm waking up and I'm scared to death.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my bed.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That was so close.
Yes.
Oh, I could feel its breath Oh.
What does that breath smell like?
Dead things.
Dead things, yes. Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yes, tell me more about this.
I was on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Toward the surface. You don't want to go there.
Yes, what's on the surface of Mars?
Spiders and things that are horrible because
Yes.
it's not a good place to be. Mm-hmm. How can they live up here?
Mm-hmm. And what is it that you're doing there on Mars?
There's been a battle.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Fighting there. Days and days.
Yes. Are you male or female there?
Female.
Yes. And what is your role in this battle?
I'm just a warrior.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I've got some friends here.
Mm-hmm.
Some compatriots.
Yes.
We fight because we've got to get this thing cleared up. It's too close. Too close to the end.
Mm-hmm. So just take a moment now and just look at yourself and your friends. What do you look like there?
We've got on armor.
Yes.
Black, shiny
Mm-hmm.
metal.
Yes.
You don't want to wear that up here. It's too hot.
Mm-hmm.
Down below is where the fighting's going on.
Yes. And notice what you look like. Stretch out your hands, your feet. What do you look like?
I've got gloves on my hands.
Mm-hmm.
I've got heavy shoes on my feet.
Mm-hmm. What is the reason for the heavy shoes?
Protect.
Mm-hmm.
I think they help. They help me move too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Tell me more about your mission.
We've got to get this place cleaned up. We can't let this go through the whole system.
What has happened to this place?
It was destroyed long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Destroyed by foolishness.
Tell me about that.
People not caring about what they do in order to get their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Smart people too, except for that.
Yes.
People who work in science
Mm-hmm.
kind of ran the place, but they ran it into the ruin.
Yes. So look around you. What do you see now?
Up here, it's like a desert. It's just big rocks and sort of like trash that's left over from a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. And did it always look like this?
No.
Mm-hmm. Did you know it is different before?
I've never known it before.
Mm. How long have you been fighting?
Months.
Mm-hmm.
I've been months here.
Yes.
And I try not to get up here on the surface. We got good light downstairs.
All
Down
right.
below. We can get around in there. The tunnels are where we got to get it cleaned out. It's kind of like what's going on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
These tunnels are, I swear,
Yes.
going to be the ruin of everything.
Are you from this place?
No,
So what is it that you're doing on Mars?
I'm a soldier.
Where do you come from?
I come from Earth.
Mm-hmm. What year is it for you?
2021.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So let's do something. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And you're going to go back to that moment before all of this happened, before you met the spider, to find out what it is that you're doing there. But this time you're going to experience it with full detail. 3, 2, and 1. How does this all begin?
They're trying to take over the solar system.
Who is trying to take over?
There's several groups.
Tell me about this.
You got the doggone Greys. Oh, you know how I feel about them. There's nothing subtle about them. The tall ones are the worst.
Who are the tall ones?
They're the ones in charge. The little ones have to do what they say.
Yes. And where are the tall Greys from?
I think they're from Sirius.
What do you have to do with them?
I don't want this solar system totally ruined. They're working on Earth the worst. But this is a last ditch effort for Mars, and then they're coming for Earth. We're trying to head them off, but there's so many of them.
So what is it that you do as a soldier?
I'm with a group. There's men and women.
How many are in your group?
10 in this group.
Yes.
We're spread out under the planet, in the tunnels. My guys are doing okay. I don't remember how I got up here. The damn spiders hanging out, but
All right, so let's do something. I'm going to touch your forehead. When I touch your forehead, you'll remember how you got there.
I was running. I was running away
From whom?
from the little Greys.
Yes.
They have tractor beams, and I hate that. It's hard once they get you in their sights.
Yes.
So I was running like crazy.
How old are you when you're running?
I'm in my 70s. I can run.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Tell me more.
These guys are, they seem to be after me for a bunch of stuff. I don't know what. They've been after me for decades.
Yes.
I can't tell if it's the same ones because they look a lot alike to me.
Yes.
But it's the tall ones that are causing all the trouble.
Yes. So how is it that you get to be on your mission?
What?
How do you get to be on your mission?
I volunteered.
Okay, tell me about
I
this.
was happy to do it.
Yes.
We heard there was going to be a last-ditch effort of Mars, underneath Mars, inside Mars.
Yes.
I know what they've done here, and they're trying to do it to Venus. I've been working on Venus too.
Yes.
I got there too late, my group did. We've been working on both planets. They've taken off the Venusians that lived here, that were born here, lived here a long time, and they've gotten rid of them. And now, these things they get in human bodies. You think it's somebody you know, you recognize, and they're not human at all anymore.
What's happened to them?
They've been sucked out, taken over, replaced. So they're like in an envelope of human-like envelope bodies, but they're not, the soul's not there anymore. It's dastardly, and it's got to stop. Not a lot of people understand this.
Yes.
Not a lot of people would know that Venus is, it's like a destination, it's like a vacation place. And it's so easy to get here. That's the problem. They've come in, they've taken over the place for themselves, just like they're doing on Earth. And, well, they didn't do it to Mars, they just destroyed Mars.
Yes. So are you on Venus right now?
No, I'm Mars.
All right. Tell me, so they're trying to do this to Mars, or they try to take over the people on Venus. Who are these that are taking over?
They're not from our solar system even. I keep thinking Sirius. That's what I understand.
Okay.
And they've come here because it's what they do. They do this all over the place. They come in, they seed themselves within the natives, and then they make friends with them, and then they destroy them, and their souls go somewhere else. They send them off. They're being kept in a stasis while their bodies are inhabited by these nasty beings. They're reptilians. They're freaking reptilians.
So how is it that someone would get their soul back?
Wow. You'd have to go find it. I don't think they could get it themselves. We'd have to go. Somebody would have to go.
All right, very good. So let's get back to Mars. And I'd like for you to go ahead and go to the moment in which you first arrived on Mars. I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and go to the moment in which you got there. 3, 2, and 1.
Well, that was easy.
Yes.
It's like walking through a door. Well, you've got portals set everywhere.
Yes. And where was your portal before you got there?
My portal was in Israel.
Yes.
We got sent there because that's where this particular portal is. And we all reported, every one of us that signed on, we're here. We're ready.
Yes.
And able.
Yes. And so go through that portal. Where do you end up?
In Mars, underground.
Okay. Describe it for me, please.
It's like elevator. There are elevator systems under here. They don't just go up and down. They go side to side for the most part.
Yes.
And it's really well lit here. You wouldn't know you're under the inside of a planet the size of Mars. It's been completely tunneled under.
Yes. And while you're going through the inside, through these tunnels, do they seem to be finished off? Are they modern looking, or are they just walls of dirt?
Oh, they're modern.
They're modern. What? Tell me about that.
Oh yeah, they're smooth. I mean, it's like if you brush up against them, you're not going to get hurt or dirty or anything.
Yes.
These guys are first rate, first class ways to get around. I mean, not like we have on Earth, and I hope it never becomes like that on Terra.
Yes. And as you're going through, are you in civilian clothes or are you already armed up?
I'm suited up. I'm ready. I wouldn't come here without being suited up. This place is rough. It's not suited up because of the tunnels. It's what we do.
Tell me about what it is that you do.
Well, we speak to each other through little things on our shoulder. They've got a little place on my left shoulder, kind of like, I guess, what police have. I don't know. But we speak into our shoulder and we can hear each other. And we know where we are. These tunnels have been here for a long time. We know we've got names and ciphers for everything. So if one of us has to move out, he or she'll tell us where they are.
Yes.
And we can keep track of it. We know where we are if we have to spread out.
Yes, continue.
These little rascals, I swear they all look alike. It's a terrible thing to say. And I don't think they're even bad. They just are forced to do what the tall ones. There aren't that many tall grays. But these little guys, I think they're really unhappy.
Are you able to connect telepathically with them?
Yes.
What do you get from them?
They think that what they're doing is neither good nor bad. They're kind of like, they think of themselves as gardeners.
Yes.
And I think that's what they've been told they are. So they believe it. It's like they've been taken over in their mind. That's how they're controlled. And they're gardeners, and they destroy the old dead stuff, except it's not dead. But they don't know that. They don't know that. So they just go about doing vile things. They would kill me.
Yes.
But they're not gonna. I've been around. I wish I could control them and let them know. I wish I could free them. I wish I could free them. Let them know that they can be whoever they want to be.
And these grays, do they have free will?
They don't. Not one bit. I think they used to not look all alike. They look just like, I'm sorry, but they kind of like, just like so many ants. But they're not ants. They're grays.
Yes.
But they used to be individuals. And now it's like a hive mentality they've been forced into.
Yes.
It's too bad, and I have to fight them.
All right, so what do you do next? How is it that you fight them?
We've got weapons. They're like lasers.
Yes, what do you do with them?
We pull them out and make them big. We just, with a button. And they do a lot of harm. these things, one falls and another's right there. It's like, my God. It seems overwhelming, but we've got to keep fighting. We can't let this happen on Terra.
Yes, continue. What happens next?
Well, I just got away from that spider in the nick of time. Good Lord. I guess I should go back and see how everybody is. See who needs me.
Yes, continue.
Everybody spread out. If they had any sense, everybody else ran too. I mean, it's just never ending. It's wearing me down. I only fight at night. It's like this is my night job.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yes.
Every night, I suit up and go off to do this.
Yes.
It's like any other place I've been. I've always worked. I've been a worker. I still have plenty of energy at night to take these guys on.
Yes. And how is it that you get there every night?
I go to sleep. I go through the portal.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody else does it the same way.
Yes.
And we have to come together so we can make a plan. Depending on where the problems are, we get together, we make a plan how we're going to deal with them.
Yes.
And we strike out. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's just I love Earth so much. And if I can help, I'm going to do it.
So how is it that fighting on Mars is going to assist her?
My feeling is if we can't let them spread to Earth, then maybe we can save Earth from the reptilians.
Yes.
They're trying every way. They've tried through CERN. That was a big loser, but my gosh, they almost made it. They're trying to bring in the big guy, the worst of the worst.
Who is the big guy?
He's taken over a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Lucifer.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks he's the big guy, and everybody treats him like he's the big guy. You know what? We're going to take him down.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to lose this war on Terra.
So how is it that you're working to help take him down?
I'm working on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
But I know guys. I talk to them. We talk. It's like having a break between going to sleep and waking up.
Yes.
We have a break and we talk about what's happening on Earth. CERN, how that's going down. They nearly came through. You never know where they're going to come through. There are these ripples in the quarantine. What a laugh that is, quarantine.
Tell me about that.
The Federation is supposed to have a quarantine on Earth,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not that great.
What's happened?
Every so often it looks like a ripple in time. It looks like a ripple in time. It's like when you're in the desert and you see a mirage.
Yes.
And they sneak through. I don't know how they know, or maybe they're creating it, but they sneak through in those things and create havoc. They're just as likely to be in a senator or somebody important on Earth.
Yes.
We've got a plan, though, and they're going to be gone soon.
Mm-hmm. Who's heading up this plan? Is there anyone in particular?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say.
I thought not.
We follow to the death. It'll be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be worth it.
Yes. Is there any other plans that you are able to disclose about how they plan to keep those reptilians from Earth?
We've set up systems through different layers outside of Earth, like bands.
Mm-hmm.
They're set up and we control them. They'll never have control of them. And that's what I'm counting on. They'll never get control of them. If we can get them off Earth, we can get them out of the rest of the solar system, see?
Yes.
Earth is the great prize.
Mm.
They've infiltrated, oh, yes they have. You'd be amazed.
How would you recognize if someone has been taken over, like you have described, sucking out their soul? How would you recognize that?
I saw it happen to somebody. She was a lovely, lovely lady. A lady I called friend.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I saw her and she had a different attitude, more of an arched brow, more of a sly slickness about her. And I thought, what have you been doing? And she wasn't herself, and I could tell, and that became more and more pronounced in her personality. Now she's not herself, she's gone.
Mm.
And a lot of people look to her for guidance. And she's not in there anymore. She's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
She's famous.
Yes.
She's not like a lady anymore. She's sly and glib and slick. Like she knows everything. She knows something you don't know. But that's okay. It's like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like her anymore.
Yes.
I miss her.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't help her right now.
Yes.
Maybe someday, if I get through this,
Mm-hmm.
I can get her back. I don't know where she is. She's just got a body now.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go even deeper now into your soul, your mission, and what it is that you are doing as a human on Earth. How is it that the human does not know what this other part of you is doing? How does that work?
Which other part?
The part that fights, the part that is on Mars. How is it that this has been kept from the human? What happens at night when she sleeps?
She just goes into her other persona.
Mm-hmm.
She's always been a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time. This time, she was born with Aries rising. Perfect. I think she did it on purpose so that she didn't have to study the horoscope so much this time. Yeah.
And why did she choose to have such a difficult childhood, so much strictness?
Wow, I guess her parents kept telling her, you have no backbone, you have no willpower.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I got to develop that then. That's something I got to get.
Yes.
And she'd tough out whatever came along, tough it out, without becoming tough. Like some people are just, they've given up and they're just hard. Not like that. It's like a balancing act. That's why I wore that shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Balancing between being tough and knowing when you need to help something or somebody.
Yes. Yes.
It's part of growth. It's a feature of growing, and everybody should try it.
Even though it's hard.
It is very difficult, but Earth is one of the best places now to do that.
Tell me about that.
Well, we come here, we come to Earth to feel alive. I mean, it's one thing to just float and everything is neither hot nor cold, neither soft nor hard.
Neutral.
Yep, just perfect. Just perfect.
Why wouldn't we choose to be in this perfect state, neutral?
Because we want to grow. And we want to develop our souls. The soul has to experience hot and cold, sweet, sour, tough, soft. But the balancing of it is the key. That's the crux. It's that place in the cross.
Yes.
Well, everything is balanced right there in the center of the cross. And you can spread out. You can take one road or you can take several roads. In your soul you have time, which doesn't exist, but if you're on Earth you have time to grow your soul and to learn. It's important to know how others feel and how others are, so you can communicate and become one.
Now, when a soul chooses to live on Earth, can it choose more than one body to live on Earth?
Oh, yes. Oh, you can never get all this energy into a human body. You have to leave some where it comes from, and then you strike out. You couldn't get all this energy into a human body.
Yeah, so it's just a little fractal of it?
It is.
Yes.
And then as you grow, and well, as on planet Earth, as we're ascending, we're growing in the way that we should. And as Source, we want to experience everything. We want to be everywhere. That's why I was given this name. I exist everywhere. And I learn through talking to people, through listening to people. Listening is very important. We do it on all different planets.
Yes.
But this is the garden spot.
At this time, Susan is feeling that she is not very grounded. That she feels as if she was lost in time. What is this feeling?
She's moving through uncharted territory. She can't see what's going to happen. She wants to know. Most of the time she knows what's going to happen. I can see from here, this is what's going to happen there. This is going to happen. But now, a roller coaster is under her. Mm-hmm. She doesn't like roller coasters. Mm-hmm. And she's been on one for quite a while now.
Yes.
She's not alone.
Yes.
She doesn't like it. She wants to know everything now. Mm-hmm. Patience is what she's developing. That's very difficult for her. She likes to be acting, action. Yes. Even in sleep.
Mm-hmm. So as she develops this patience, does it have anything to do with this warrior that she is, that her soul is, this other part of her?
Absolutely.
Tell me about that. How is that influencing what's happening with her physical life on Earth?
I think that's why she feels that she's not very solid right now. Mm-hmm. She can still smell everything. She can see everything, hear. All the senses are there. And the mind. But it's almost as if she takes a step. Is her foot going to come down there? Mm-hmm. And that's just one step.
Yes.
It's not like that on Mars. It's like that on Earth. I'm sure on Mars. I'm very sure.
But not on Earth.
Not on Earth.
Was that part of the experience to feel that here?
It's got to be. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I didn't see that before. Mm-hmm. It's got to be.
So when she sleeps at night, she has felt that she's been abducted by Greys for a very long time. Was this actually the case, or was it her actually going on his mission? What's happened?
Well, she would be asleep, and then she would feel that she was being drawn off of her bed, wherever she's sleeping, just dragged through the air. No, can't cry out, can't grab onto anything, just being taken.
Yes.
And
so focus in. Was it an abduction, or was it her way of traveling to her mission?
well, it is part of the mission.
Mm-hmm.
One time, they had me not tied, but I was immobilized in a chair, seated.
Yes.
I couldn't get up. And there was someone near me who was in the same situation. And a tall gray told me that I could get up and I could go over to this. It was a man. And I was to take, they look like instruments that a dentist would use.
Yes.
I was to take those and force them into his skull and his mouth. I was to do that. And I stood up and I went over and I looked at the instruments. I said, no way. I stood there. They tried to make me do it. I wouldn't do it. I stood there and I looked at them. I looked at them. No, You can't make me do this.
What happened next?
They put me back in the chair. And then I woke up.
Mm-hmm. So where was this place?
It was in a ship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how far off of Earth we were,
Yes.
but I've always been against these things. I've been against them and their buddies, the reptilians. I've traveled a long way to come to Earth and to live here, and I've fallen in love with it. I consider it home. This is my home now.
Mm-hmm. Is it just in this lifetime, or have you fallen in love with it in different lifetimes?
I've loved it every lifetime I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
I've never not loved it when I've been here.
Yes, and when you've been here in every lifetime, have you been also on the same mission? Have you always been a warrior at night?
No.
Just this one?
No, this is when I understood what was going on in this little solar system here. They've been in control of it for a while, and I mean, look what they did to Mars. Look what they did to Maldek.
Yes.
And the ramifications. It's as if they have no feeling for any life forms. They only want things that are dead to feeling, to being human, to being source. They're trying to instill and install AI. They're really pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
I push it back. And so are my buddies. Aren't we? None of us are ever allow this to happen over our dead bodies.
Yes. And these buddies that are working with you, do you know them in your waking state? Or are they just buddies in your dream time state?
I hadn't thought about that.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take you to the moment in which you are together. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you will be at a point in which all of the soldiers that are there are in a room together. 1, 2, and 3. Look into their eyes. Do you recognize any of those eyes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been soldiers before.
Yes.
Been soldiers of World War I.
Mm-hmm. Soldiers of World War I?
Yeah.
Yes. How many do you recognize?
3.
3 of them. Are they in the life of Susan now?
They're on this planet, but no, they're not in my life. They're not.
Very good.
Mm-mm.
But you've recognized them from other wars also.
Definitely.
Very good.
They're real people. They're real humans. They're not background stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They love this. They're fighting for all they've got.
Yes.
It's not just a planet, you see. It's a dream. It's a dream of so many.
Mm-hmm. Explain that to me, this dream.
It's a dream that you can reach out and touch. It's a dream that you can drink the water. You can smell in the air. The trees. The trees are so full of love. It's a real dream. It's a dream come true.
So are you telling me that Earth is a dream? That your life on Earth is the dream? And that your life as a warrior is the reality?
No, they're both real.
They're both real. Very good. So I want to continue asking about the abductions, about the bright lights.
It's a horrible thing. I think they've toned it down. They've what do I want to say? They've refined it since it first started happening, and it's not so frightening now. They've found a way to humor me into it a bit. So it's just not screechingly frightening, terrifying.
So have you made an agreement with them that they would be taking you?
Part of me says I must have.
All right.
And another part of me says, no way.
Let's find out. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you will be at a moment when you made that agreement. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
I'm floating.
Yes, continue. Describe to me where this is that you're floating.
I'm between lives.
Yes.
I'm not in a body. I have been, but I'm not.
Yes.
How did they get to me?
I don't want you to analyze it. I want you to just feel it. What's happened?
They numbed me.
How did they do that?
I don't know. I don't know. It was like a hijacking.
Yes. And when they hijacked you, what happened next?
When I went into a body, they were able to take me whenever they needed to.
What lifetime is this?
That's this lifetime.
Yes, continue.
Bad idea. I wish next time they come, I'm going to try to talk to the Greys, the little ones. They're even littler than I am. I'm going to try to talk to them, explain to them there's another way. I don't know if I can or not. Got to be a way to free them. And it's important That we learn how to do it, because freedom has to spread throughout this galaxy. It has to be done. It has to be broken through, you see.
Yes. This
I
thing,
see it.
this thing that has been done to the soul, that has been captured. Notice how it is that this soul is tied to them. Where is it that you are sending out the beam, the tractor beam, the device that tracks you? Where is it?
It's in the ship.
Mm-hmm. And how is it that they track you? Notice how it is that they find you. Scan your body now.
Oh, there's a little piece in my arm.
Mm-hmm.
In my left arm.
Yes.
Just below the elbow.
What does it look like?
It's just it's like a big chip. I mean, as chips go, it's a big one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they had it. I don't remember if I had it in any other bodies, but it's in this one.
Are you ready now to disconnect and release yourself from that chip?
I'm beyond ready.
All right, very good. So I want you to go ahead and declare this after me. I, Susan,
I, Susan,
with the power of my own free will,
with the power of my own free will,
disconnect
disconnect
and turn off
and turn off
all transmissions outside of my body.
outside of my body.
I, Susan,
I, Susan,
with the power of my own free will,
with the power of my own free will,
disconnect and turn off all transmission
and turn off all transmissions
that my body is sending to these reptilians.
that my body is sending to these reptilians.
I, Susan,
I, Susan,
with the power of my own free will,
with the power of my own free will,
disconnect
and
destroy
this chip.
So be it.
So be it, and so it is.
And now I'd like for you to find a color that represents the healing that this has done to you.
Okay.
What color is that?
Violet.
Beautiful. I'm going to strike the tuning fork, and I want you to go ahead and send this violet into that area where the chip is no longer transmitting this information. Begin sending it love. And tell me what's happening as you feel the vibration filling that space.
It's getting smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Smaller.
Completely dissolve.
Wow. There it goes.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes. Good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very good.
Oh my gosh.
So now as that chip has been dissolved, the information is no longer being transmitted. You will now be able to go even deeper into the mission that this soul has as this warrior. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you will go to the next important thing that your soul needs to experience. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
That would be forgiveness.
Yes. Where are you? What's happening? Yes.
Oh my.
Yes, where are you?
By the river.
Yes.
Beautiful place.
Is it in this lifetime or a different lifetime?
It's in a different lifetime.
Are you male or female there?
Female.
Yes. What is this place?
It's near the town where I live. It's a pretty town, a pretty river. I love to come here.
Yes.
Beautiful day. Spring. It's kind of getting warm now. There's no ice in the river anymore.
How old are you there?
About 15.
And what year is this for you?
1920.
Yes.
I'm feeling so good. I'm taking off one of my shoes,
Yes.
testing to see if the ground's warm enough, and it is. Taking off my shoes.
Yes, continue. What's happening next?
I can't see.
Go ahead and feel what has happened.
Oh. There's a guy coming through the field. He's a neighbor. He sees me coming over. Just a neighbor. Bill.
Yes, continue.
He sees I've got my shoes off.
Yes.
He's gonna tell my mom. I know him. He's gonna tell my mom.
Yes.
I'm waking up. I'm coming up out of this, Alba. I'm coming up out of this.
Yes.
I don't know.
Just allow yourself to float back down. As you hear the sound, you'll go even deeper, floating back in to 1920. Back down, deeper, deeper, deeper. Feeling the feeling. He's going to tell on me. He's going to tell. Focus on the feelings now. What would happen if Bill were to tell on you?
be punished. I get sick real easy.
Yes, feel that feeling in your body, that sick feeling. He's going to tell.
And my mom's going to be really upset because I'm not supposed to go without shoes ever.
Yes. Yes. What happens next?
He knows my mom. He knows, everybody knows I'm not supposed to do this. Why did he have to come over here?
Yes.
I beg him, please don't say anything. Please don't say anything. You don't have to tell her. It's not going to make any difference. I'm not going to get sick. It's warm.
Yes, continue. What happens next?
What can I give him so he won't tell? I'll give you some apples when we get back. But when I get back home, I'll give you some apples out of the tree. No. I will, I swear I will. I'm putting my shoes back on. Okay, Bill, what's the big deal? Putting them back on. It's okay. I'll give you apples. Okay?
What happens next?
Yeah. Just he tries to grab me and I run. I'm glad I got my shoes on.
Yes. Yes, continue.
I'm coming up, Alba. I'm coming. I can't. Coming up, Alba.
That's all right. Allow yourself to come up just like you would if you were in the water and coming up for air. And allow yourself to just rest and go back down. Yes. Feel yourself sinking right back down again. That's it. Deeper and deeper. That's it. As you take that breath, allow yourself to sink back in. Yes, I'm here with you. Whatever happens next, I'll be here with you.
Okay.
Feel yourself feeling the experience with Bill. You're running.
He caught me.
Yes.
He wants to kiss me. I don't want to be kissed by him.
How old is Bill?
He's like 3 or 4 years older than I am. He's too old for me.
Yes. What happens next?
He says if I let him kiss him, he won't tell. So I hold still.
Yes, continue.
And he kisses me. And then I turn away and I walk away. And he's just standing there. Oh, God. Wipe my mouth off. Ugh.
Yes, continue.
That was wrong. I shouldn't have let him do it. I shouldn't have let him do that.
Feel that feeling where you feel it.
In my stomach.
Yes.
Oh, man. It's like... if somebody wants to tell something on you, if you did it or you didn't do it, and they say it, and somebody believes it, then what?
Yes. So notice that feeling of being put into that position. Notice how it feels in your stomach, what it does to it.
Oh, it turns it.
Yes.
I know. I don't want to make anybody feel like that.
Yes.
Nobody's going to feel like that because I because I told something on them that wasn't true.
So notice at this moment if you have made a vow. What vow have you made?
I'm never going to do anything that somebody else wants me to do just because they want me to do it or just because they threaten me. Because it doesn't make any difference.
Yes.
I have to live with myself. That's it. That's it. So, I don't ever want to feel this feeling in my stomach. I don't want to make anybody else ever feel it either.
Yes.
It's better to just do what's right.
So take a moment now and think about all of this. What is the most difficult thing about having to do something for someone because you need to, not because you want to?
Life's full of that. Life is just full of these situations that come up. It's like the warrior again. I'm doing this for my own good.
Yes.
I never looked at it that way before. I've done things like this a lot. Things that I did once or twice, it was okay, but after a while, it's just not right anymore. It's a terrible feeling. It's a feeling of letting down. And yet, I started out to help, and now it's rote, and it's not right.
So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you will continue this life as this 15-year-old girl. And this time you're going to experience it with much more detail. And as you listen to your voice, as you speak, allow that voice to take you deeper and deeper. 1, 2, and 3. What happens next?
Yeah, he tells my mom anyway, and I get a thwacking, and it makes him feel better. It makes him feel like he's doing something bigger.
Yes.
So that went all wrong. It's not good for him. It's not good for me.
Yes. Yes, continue. What happens next?
Well, I'm thinking about girls aren't supposed to be strong and all that, and I feel strong. I don't think I should be wispy just because somebody has an idea that I should be wispy. My mom thinks I should be that way. She's wonderful. She's very, very feminine, but I'm not like her.
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to get married in this lifetime. I'm just gonna play it my own way for a change and see how that goes. It's probably not going to make the family happy, but it might be good for me. I might discover something I can do that women aren't supposed to do just because they're women, like fly an airplane or climb up on a telephone pole and be a line person for the phone company.
Very good. So I'll count to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll advance in that lifetime to the next significant event. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
There's a war. My parents are dead because my brother went to fight in the war, and he got himself shot like within a month. And they just crumbled like that was their only child. They just crumbled and they're gone. So the war took not only my good brother, but my good mother and my good father.
Yes.
I don't like war. It takes things from me, but it's not going to take my life from me. I'm going to get something accomplished anyway.
Yes. Continue. What happens with this decision?
A woman comes to me and she wants me to hide her from the Nazis. And I say, I'll do it. And I do. I hide her for days and days and days. The Nazis they're in our town, sneaking around, sniffing around. I will not break. I go, I do my shopping, I buy just enough for me, I come home, I share it with her.
Yes, look into her eyes, the eyes of the window to the soul. Have you seen those eyes before? Do they seem familiar to you?
Anne, that's my friend Anne. My mother used to give me singing lessons. Huh.
What happens next?
I did something wrong. I must have done something wrong. They're at the door. I didn't give her up. They found out. Someone's told. Somehow somebody's seen something, and they're going through the place. And God, they're going to where she's hidden. They take her away. Oh God, I did everything I could.
Yes.
I'm lucky they didn't take me.
Yes.
I'll never forgive myself.
Say that again.
I'll never forgive myself. I'll never forgive myself. If she'd hidden with someone else, maybe she would be alive now. They took her away. I can't live with myself.
Say that again.
I can't live with myself. What happened? It's my fault. And I have some things to help me sleep, and I take a whole bunch of them just because I'm no good. And I don't wake up. I don't wake up.
So
There.
allow your soul to wake up.
There.
Where does your soul wake up?
There.
Where does your soul wake up? Where are you?
I'm floating.
Mm-hmm.
Floating. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Gosh, so many people are dying and I kill myself. But
And in this place where you are you by yourself, or are there others with you?
I don't see anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark.
Yes.
It's dark here, and I realize I've blundered again.
All right. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll be at the moment before you take those pills, but this time you're going to experience everything. 1, 2, and 3. What do you do?
I have them in my hand.
Yes.
This will be enough.
Yes. What do you
This'll
do?
do it. Ah. I've got some fresh milk.
Mm-hmm.
I wash it down.
Yes. And at what point does your soul leave that body?
It leaves when I can't breathe anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even breathe through my throat.
And what is the last thought that your brain has when you can't breathe anymore?
You're a fool.
Mm-hmm.
Look what you've done.
Yes. So now that your soul is looking upon your body, I want you to talk to yourself. What do you say to yourself about what has just happened?
Don't ever do that again. It's not that you don't deserve to die for something that you did by accident. You can't take on that kind of responsibility. You know somebody snitched, somebody saw something. It wasn't your fault.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So don't.
So I want you to notice how all of these things have been affecting you in that life. Those that snitch on you. Bill, when he took advantage of you and still allowed you to get the beating. The Nazis coming in and taking what you so much loved. And notice how all of these have taken from you. I want you to stand these individuals in front of you, and I want you to tell them exactly how you feel about them betraying you.
I don't understand how you could lie, how you could cheat and steal and go out of your way to go there when everything would have been fine if you hadn't. Mind your own business.
Mm-hmm.
Look in. Don't look out. Look in. You've got a lot of work to do. Go do it.
And while you're at it, I want you to give me back all of the energy that you took from me with that betrayal. Demand that they give you back that energy now.
That was a lot of energy you took. I want it back.
Open your arms
All my energy.
and take it back.
All my energy.
Take it back. Breathe it in. Take it in. Yes.
All my energy. Fill
Yes.
me back up.
Take it all in.
Revive me.
Yes.
Revive me. All of it.
Yes. Take it all back.
Oh.
And as you take it all back, can you forgive yourself for blaming yourself for something that was not your fault?
Yes.
Can you forgive yourself for saying, I can't live with myself?
Yes. I forgive me.
Can you forgive yourself for saying it is my fault that I am no good?
I can.
Mm-hmm.
I
Very
can.
Very good. So now I want you to take that soul into the light. Take her out of that situation. And as you take her into the light, break through any false light into the light of Source. And notice what happens as you break through.
Oh, free.
Breathe it in.
Free.
Yes. And now as you're there, you'll be able to meet with your guides.
Hey, guys. Beautiful dear ones.
How many guides do you see?
6.
Allow yourself to be with them for a moment and begin to connect with them, mind to mind, soul to soul.
Dear one. Oh, there are 6 more. Look at you.
And as they all come together,
Beautiful you are.
you can understand why it is that you needed to live that lifetime. What was the reason for that?
It was forgiveness. It was forgiveness
Yes.
of myself and others. And actually, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yes. So as you're there with them, you will be able to see the souls that have accompanied you in the different lifetimes and the roles they have played for you to learn this forgiveness. Who is there with you?
How beautiful. Nadine. Geoffrey. Gladstone. Windsor. Peppy. Oh, you darling. Mia. Stanton. Bushwolf. My beautiful ones.
And which lifetimes are these in?
That's which lifetimes?
Yes.
They're in all my lifetimes. They've always been with me.
Yes.
Beautiful. Oh, I feel so much better.
And now that you're with them and you're with your guides, you can understand what is the mission that you have chosen to learn in the lifetime on Terra.
I've chosen to become free from all the trappings that humans carry about with them, that they let other people place onto them, weigh them down, turn their steps, turn their heads, change their minds.
Yes.
True to oneself is the best direction.
Yeah.
True to oneself.
So how is it that in this lifetime on Terra, Susan will be able to remember to be true to oneself?
My guides are here, they talk to me, and I'm going to listen ever so closely. They're going to, as they have been, and I don't always pay attention, they're going to keep giving me good advice. And I'm going to hold them more closely and dear than ever.
Very good. And now that you understand that this is the purpose for being here and how the guides are helping, I want you to just go back to a moment in which you received a huge download of characters and numbers in a dream. And I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you will be in that moment of that download. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
I'm lying down and they're just pouring down. Like green rain.
Very good. So you have the ability to slow down the characters, slow down the rain to just little sprinkles. And as they download, you'll be able to interpret what it is. What is this download for?
It's what I've already said. Always be true to yourself. Always. That's why it was so important. And it is.
Yes.
It's timely. And it's connected with third dimension and higher.
So when one is true to oneself, what happens?
Everything falls into place. The details count. You can't be lackadaisical about this. The details make a lot of difference.
Yes. So allow yourself to see the details within the life of Susan. What are the details that need to be focused on now? The ones that will make a difference.
Going forward, don't look back. Go forward and always be kind. Always try to do no harm. Always know that you're not alone. And know that Source is with you. So you're free to learn and explore.
Very good. So now that we understand that, I just want to divert the attention to a different lifetime. And this was a lifetime many years ago. Siriwa. As I count to 3, I want you to just go deeper into that as you hear those words. 1, Siriwa. 2, going deeper. And 3,
Andromeda.
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 What's happening in Andromeda?
A great nebula. A great explosion of souls being birthed. So beautiful to see. Oh, and such good care being taken of the new souls.
Who's caring for these souls?
Older souls who love every second of what they're doing.
Yes.
They are very good at loving. The air seems to hum with lullaby. I don't know if human ears could hear it.
What do you hear?
It's just a sweetness, a lightness, a love like no other.
And what is your role in this explosion of souls?
I'm one of the souls that came out from this. I came from Andromeda, and I stayed there for millions of years. Almost 9 million years.
Yes.
Learning how to be, how to exist, how to be kind and good,
Yes.
and play nicely.
So when you learn, after all of these years, how to be nice, when do you decide to take on an incarnation?
There's a call. It's a call to Earth.
Yes.
And it's a time when I can begin learning about being a human.
So where do you go?
Lithuania. And I go and I am born to a couple who are farmers. And I learn about how life works on this planet.
Yes.
This is my first life on this planet. And the second one was when I ate all those pills. And this is the third one. And I'm branching out into other planets, even in my spare time.
Yes. So go to the moment in which you either were enlisted or volunteered to be a soldier.
Yes. The call came. I heard it in 1987, I heard it.
What happened in 1987?
was a song on the radio. Calling all angels, calling all angels. And I heard it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as you allow yourself to hear that song, what happened to your soul to become a soldier?
I didn't know what they were calling me to do, us to do.
Yes.
And started looking around, and this is what came up. There's a terrific attack on these planets
Yes.
and on the life forms there. Something has to be done. If good people sit by and do nothing, they'll win. And I said, I'm a good person. I'll go.
Very good. Very good. So now I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and we're going to allow your soul to go to a moment in time in which someone threw a brick at me and I went everywhere. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
I shattered
Yes.
because someone was so cruel and unfeeling as to behave like a damned reptile.
Look at his eyes now.
Yes. Yes.
Is this a human?
That's no human. I didn't know that then.
Do you permit yourself to be shattered by one of these reptilians?
No more.
No. Stand up to him right now and demand that he give you back all of the energy that he took from you. Explain to him what has happened to him and get it back. Go ahead, explain to him what happened to him.
I'll tell you what happened to you. I happened to you. Nobody's ever stood up to you before. They've gone whimpering and whimpering and wheedling and crying and wailing down to the lobby and out the damn door. Well, I'm not. I'm standing up to you, and I won't be the last one. As long as you behave like this, I'm the first one, and you give me back what you took from me. Give me back my energy. Give me back my energy. You worthless entity, you fake. Give it back. You don't deserve it. Give it back. All of it.
Bring back all of the pieces of your soul that were shattered. Don't leave any parts.
Oh my
Take them all back.
God, look at them.
Take them all back.
They're glistening in the sun. They glisten.
Bring them all back.
Come back to me. You come back to me. Come back to me.
Yes. Every piece of you. Every piece of you.
And I still won't be whole. But I'll never let anybody do that to me again.
Yes.
Never. Never. And I'll be more than whole.
Yes.
I'll be more than whole.
Very good. So now can you forgive yourself for not knowing what had happened? For not recognizing who this man truly was?
Yes. It was early on in the really heavy part of this war.
Yes.
And now I can spot one a mile away.
Very good. Very good. So now all of the parts of you that are together.
Yes.
I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, I want to bring forth Michael. 1, 2, and 3. Switch. Michael, what do you say to your wife today?
Oh, honey, I was never so happy as I was with you. You were the one who brought me through so many troubles. Sweetheart, I'll always love you and I'll always be with you. Nothing can take me away from you. I want you to know that. I love you forever.
Switch. What do you say back?
Oh, honey, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to feel your love again. Oh, honey, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you, Michael.
Feel him in your heart.
Oh, I do.
Let me speak with him. Switch. Michael, when you died, did you go to the light?
He did.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Very-
So quickly.
Very good. Very good.
He's with Hugh.
Mm-hmm.
He went to be with Hugh.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Eyes. And 5 wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over.
Alba. Alba. This magic.
How you feeling?
Magic.
Feeling good?
Feel great. I feel great. Oh, really great. Michael. I saw him. Michael.
Now you know.
He's here. Thank you.
You're welcome. Was this quick for you? Was it a quick session? How long do you feel?
45 minutes, maybe.
Take a look.
No kidding. Oh, it was way longer. Wow.
Put it close just for your eyes.
Thank you. Wow.
Incredible, huh?
Really? Wow. I've been here all along. I've been places.
You've been places, my dear. You've been to a lot of places.
Gosh.
Seems like you're very active at night.
Yeah, have been.
This was extraordinary. Extraordinary. So do you want to share this? Woo!
Should I?
Oh my God.
I hope it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings.
How could it hurt anybody's feelings?
Yeah, let's do. Let's do. It seems like the thing to do.
Yeah.
Sweetheart. Sweetheart, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for freeing me. I've been there and back. Oh my gosh. You
What a
really,
session.
Yeah. You really are a wonderful guide.
Thank you.
You've been told that before, I hope.
Yeah, a few times.
Oh.
So there was a point where you were coming out of it and coming back in. Why do you think that was? You think there was something hard coming up, or?
I'm really not sure. I began to see the ceiling and the room, and I had been near a river, and I'm not sure. I'll have to think.
You know, hypnosis is not about sleep, so it's not like you're coming out of sleep. You're coming out of that level of consciousness, but you could see you went really right back. And that was the forgiveness. That was about
the deep stuff.
The deep stuff.
Important stuff.
And this soldier stuff is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember it all, you know, every night. But but when that spider grabbed me because I went the wrong way, good Lord.
So it's almost like you were on Mars, but your consciousness was trying to come back while you're fighting this little critter out there.
Little.
As big as a house.
It had a hook on its beak. It had my head right there. That's the most frightened I've ever been.
No. Well, you're a warrior, my dear. You're a soldier, and this seems to be what you do. And I think a lot of us do this stuff at night. You know, there are times I feel very tired, like I've done a lot. So who knows what we're doing out there?
It could have been you.
You know?
I mean, I thought I saw you, but I wasn't going to say that. That's you, Alba. I wasn't going to say that.
Where? As one of the team members?
Yeah, one of the 10. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Did you see anybody else you recognized? You said you saw 3.
I saw 3, yeah.
Yeah, from this life?
From another life.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, you're an amazing candidate to do this, because I mean, you went in pretty deep, pretty fast.
Yeah, okay.
But today we got done what we needed to get done, which, you know, there were a few things that we discussed, and there wasn't that many personal things in there. It was pretty much your experiences, you know.
The guilt is that was a huge thing, and I really needed to work on that.
And I think a lot of us have that, you know, some place where we felt guilty like that. But killing yourself, obviously, that was a big one.
I couldn't deal with it.
And you were floating off. That's why, you know, and I'll just explain to everybody here, when we do this type of hypnosis that I'm doing, when you don't properly die, and that's a word, properly die, your soul really doesn't know what happened.
Right.
So it kind of went to sleep, but it kind of detached itself, and it's like it doesn't know. So we need to to acknowledge that it died. You had to go through the death of that, so that you know that that's over.
The death of the body,
Yes, the death of the body is very important. So when someone takes sleeping pills and just dies, the soul doesn't know what happened. It didn't experience the death. Also, when you have a very fast death, like, you know, a car accident or something that's fast and you didn't really realize what had happened, the soul kind of gets lost. So we did quite a few things. You know, one of the cool things that happened before this session is that last night Susan heard a Model T Ford. And isn't that interesting?
Right there, like I was standing in front of it. They said, get out of the way.
But
right there.
that was the lifetime of the little girl.
1920s, yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, you're picking up on that.
Dots.
Wow.
You see?
Yeah.
It's almost like that's where, you know, the sounds from that lifetime. You were already kind of...
I'll be darned. I was
living.
foreshadowing it.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Interesting. I was surprised it didn't come up, but it didn't need to, because it was almost like this is the lifetime that was going to come up. And that was the sound that you heard.
Oh, be darned.
Crazy, huh? So you are in Micanopy, Florida. This is my home, and you've stayed overnight. How was the experience?
Wonderful. I rested really well. You showed me, walked me around the property, and then turned me loose, and I went back everywhere that we had been. And I've taken so many photographs and videos of this place. I never want to forget it, ever. It's so beautiful and peaceful.
It is beautiful. And we did have some noise in the beginning of the video, and that was I was having gravel delivered to my home because they're redoing my driveway, and so it was a little loud, but that didn't bother you.
Nope.
You continued.
I didn't think I would be able to get through it, and I did.
So for those viewers who are like, what is that noise? That was a truck right outside my window dumping rocks
right there,
right outside the window. So
I could barely hear you.
I apologize for that, but that's how life is. You know, I have stopped making excuses. Life happens, and you know, I've had situations where there's been horrific thunder and lightning during my sessions. There's been all sorts of noises, construction, and hypnosis is not sleep. You're basically just focused on my voice and your whatever is happening to you. So it doesn't matter where you are or how much noise there is. As long as the person just continues focusing on what's going on, that's what happened, and that's what you did. So thank you all for watching. This was a very interesting one, and I hope you got something out of it. There's a lot to think about in this session.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yes,
especially what we do in our sleep. That's mind-blowing. So thank you for watching. Until the next one. Much love to you all. Bye.
Much love. Stay true to yourself.
Stay true to yourself. Oh, give me that big hug.